And welcome back. Well, it is time for the Mater menu, sponsored by Society Insurance.
Chef Tyler Mater takes us to a boutique hotel and restaurant where, let's just say, the executive chef creates his food under a symphony of flavor.
I'm Tyler Mater, and we are jamming on this edition of the Mater Menu. It's time to showcase a local culinary talent whose passion for music translates to his creativity on the plate. A modern American kitchen located inside one of the coolest boutique hotels in the state of Wisconsin. It's time for a culinary jam session. This is ID. Well, what an opportunity to be here in the kitchen. When you incorporate amazing jamming tunes, great music, a passion for food, you get something spectacular. Because I am here inside the kitchen with Chef Joe Heppy, who is a creative genius and does a lot to incorporate his love and talents for food. So welcome to the Mater Menu.
Excellent. Well, it's great to be here, and thank you for being here as well.
We've got a lot of really beautiful looking things here and a lot of different textures and flavors. What are you making?
So we're going to be doing a pork belly, and we're going to try to take a little seasonal element. We've got some parsnips that are caramelized with some molasses, and then we're going to add some textures and little different nuances to kind of give it a little fresh take.
Well, let's go. All right, I'm excited.
So we've got some nice Honeycrisp apples here. This is what we call the Japanese mandolin, also known as a finger cutter offer.
Right, sharp,
that's a technical culinary term. So we've got some nice Savoy cabbage here. We're gonna add a little bit of salt in the beginning stages, and then we're gonna grab all of our little apple shavings.
And the tweezers is the new thing, is it not?
You know, it is what it is, and I'm a spoon guy.
I have never, in all of my years in the kitchen and working with fantastic chefs, have I seen customized spoons. Passion and love outside of the restaurant come in literally to the creation of the food. That's awesome.
So we've got a ginger vinaigrette here that's got some ginger, it's got some grapefruit, orange juice, lime juice, and we throw a little bit of yuzu in there too, which is a Japanese citrus fruit.
Okay.
And it kind of has nuances of all of those citrus with a little bit more of a floral accent to it.
So they're kind of playing off each other right now, right?
Absolutely.
These flavors, nothing is really out there.
Apple, ginger, you've got that lemon with the cabbage. Their flavors kind of go together, and we want to really accent that richness from the pork belly and make it pop with that acid.
Perfect balance. Awesome. All right. Looks great. I've got to find out, does your passion for music, does it get incorporated into your food creation, the thought process of what you do?
As I've become an older chef, you kind of understand where your inspiration comes from at times. And a lot of times music can help inspire the creativity process for me. And as the creative music that I like to listen to mimics the creative dishes that I like to put on the plate, you start to see that symbiotic relationship between the two.
Okay, all right. And a favorite band that inspires you the most?
For me, you know, I grew up as a Deadhead.
Okay.
So that creative process that band kind of will go through with their music is the same thing that I like to do with seasonal ingredients and flavors on the plate.
So here we are, the star of the plate. Let's go.
It is flavor. Herbs, aromatics are in there as well in the brine process, as well as inside the confit process, which is cooking in that pork fat. And now we're getting that butter and that soy and a little of that maple syrup to kind of caramelize in there.
That jam and harmony of flavors. That's it.
Absolutely.
Music on a plate right there. Wow.
The symphony of pork.
Symphony of pork. I like it.
All right, so we've got our pork belly that's got some maple and soy glaze on it. We've got our apple slaw that is marinating with that ginger citrus vinaigrette. Now we've got some caramelized parsnip puree that we're gonna kind of start to build this dish with. So we've got our parsnip molasses puree. We're gonna give it a little baby swoosh there.
A little quick fact people don't know too, if you actually pull this out of the ground after the first frost, it's a little bit sweeter. So it's like the ideal candidate right now for this dish. Beautiful.
Good sign of pork belly is that little jiggle that you're gonna see.
Right. So you got that caramelized crust and then the kind of slow transition. Oh,
man, if that doesn't look good to you, I'm not the chef for you. That's how
you're the chef for all of us.
All right, go 1, 2, and then we want to show a little bit of that sear on that side. Now we've got our pork belly, we've got our parsnips. We're gonna add some of this slaw. Now we're gonna get a little bit of our Crispies.
Beautiful.
Good. So it's gonna garnish the slaw. Also, the Crispies are shaved parsnips that we've fried up. We put a little milk powder, and so that gives a little bit of richness to it as well. So it's complementing that richness in the parsnip puree, richness in the pork, kind of a different contrast.
Beautiful.
We've got our quince mostarda kind of, gosh, an apple pear combination that's got a lot of tannins in it. But that tannins, when it's cooked down, can be pretty sweet. So we've got the mustard seeds in there, kind of an old school Italian condiment, and a little bit of micro cilantro. And that cilantro is really gonna accent well with the ginger vinaigrette and the apples and the slaw.
Wow. There's a lot to be said about each individual component of a dish. And then when you present it like this, I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. You eat with your eyes, right? And you also eat with your heart, and certainly your palate as well. And what a perfectly designed dish. We've got to try this. Let's go ahead and do this together, Chef. Oh my goodness, one of my all-time favorite dishes. Oh my God. Okay, go ahead.
That's what it's supposed to taste like.
Excuse me, but I don't know if you can see this. I've got goosebumps on my hands and my arms. This is unbelievable.
Excellent.
This is literally unbelievable. The fatness and the juiciness and the crispiness and the glaze of the pork belly. And then you've got, oh my gosh, this is amazing. The texture of it is incredible. What a very incredibly well-balanced dish. I would have to say that your passion for music, you've taken every individual note like you would literally do in a concert. But when they all come together, you've got this beautiful harmony. Well, Chef, this has been one of the great culinary experiences for all of us. Your menu is dynamic, it's educational, it's well thought out, it's inspired by your passion and your love of music. What you've created here and the opportunity and the experience is one of the best in the state of Wisconsin. I want to congratulate you and thank you for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
To entertain us today. Great food, great friendship.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
Cheers.
All right, again, ID is located in Delafield in the charming Delafield Hotel. You can follow Tyler Mader on Instagram @the Mader Menu. He often has giveaways to the restaurants he visits.